Love this skin up underneath my skin. Love this skin up underneath my skin.
Hey, my name's Sean O'Brien, and this is Full Send Benz. It's a 2017 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter cargo van. We're gonna do a multi-part YouTube series on how you can build out this van and make it your weekend adventure vehicle. Let me show you inside. We're currently in the process. We've already started on the first window and we're working through that. We've cut out the hole and we're getting ready to prime the edge to prevent rust, and then we'll fit the window in. We also have, right here is actually the window and the window frame. Come on, Copa! And here's Copa. So the first step on these windows is you have to cut out the window opening. So as you can see here, there's a lip. This is the outer panel and this is the inner panel for stability. So the idea is if you follow this opening, the window will sit perfectly in that cutout. So to do that, we're gonna use a punch and a hammer, and we're just gonna punch out the edge, and when we go outside, there'll be little notches that we can trace out the whole window. And so you just move little by little around the whole window. You do a couple more hits around the corners, and you don't quite need as many on straightaways. You can just use a ruler to trace those. And so once you've worked your way around the whole window, you'll go outside with a Sharpie marker and trace that window opening.
I'm Coco O'Brien, I'm Sean's sister, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the next step you want to take. So after he's punctured the tiny holes in the side of the van, you're going to want to notice how these go. They're going to just create one big window outline. Each dot you're going to connect the dots. You're going to want to use a ruler like this, something pretty sturdy. I'm actually going to probably connect a lot of them at once so that I get a really nice straight line. Leave a little extra room. Take that Sharpie and just draw a line. What happened?
Not quite straight.
Okay, the good part is that part's gonna be cut off. He's gonna take the jigsaw and cut around the shape that I eventually finished. Hopefully it'll look better than that.
So now that Coco has the outline traced for where we're gonna cut, we're gonna go inside and take a drill with a metal drill bit, and we're gonna drill a couple pilot holes, basically in areas for us to start our jigsaw. And then we'll just take the jigsaw, cut all around it. Before we do that, we're gonna tape up the whole edge on the outside. Basically, we're gonna cut this panel out, but we wanna protect everywhere around it, especially along this ridge up top where the jigsaw can tend to nick the edge. Same with this edge. The most important area to get is along the top here where you have this edge. So I'll lay a strip basically right above our cut line. I'm not too worried about scraping anything underneath this tape. It's more this edge right here that I really want to make sure I protect. And so just, 2 pieces just to protect that edge. Now that we're inside the van, we'll just cut or drill 3 or 4 pilot holes around it. I'm using a 3/8 inch bit. That's about just enough width to get the blade of the jigsaw in. So you don't need to go much bigger than that. If you're using a smaller jigsaw blade, you can go a little smaller. Now we've got our pilot holes drilled, and And so we're gonna use a jigsaw with a fine metal jigsaw blade and cut out this window opening. Step is to take a nice metal file and you just want to file the edges. We're basically just prepping this edge for paint. We're going to paint it with a primer that will prevent rust. So after we did all the filing last night, I came in with a white primer that's for bare metal. What that does is you paint it on all those edges that you either cut or nicked up, and that will prevent that edge from rusting in the future when water, basically when it rains or when water infiltrates the van. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a bead of silicone around the whole window opening so that when it rains, the whole window will be waterproof.
Now that the silicone in the void has dried, we're ready to screw in the window from the inside. Yes! Embarrassing.
Now that we've got the window back in the void, we're going to take the bracket, put it around it, and start all the screws. The screws basically go into a little channel in the window, so there's no pre-drilling necessary. Once you have all the screws in and started, just work your way through methodically once or twice to fully tighten the window in and seal. To recap, we spent all of yesterday, 5 hours, cutting out both window frames, filing down and priming. We let the primer dry overnight, came in this morning and basically laid in the silicone in the void, wait till that dried, and it took us another 30 minutes to an hour to fit both windows in and screw them in.
Yeah, and these are CR Laurence windows, just so you know. They have T-vents, so these are cool. There's 2 vents on the other side that both open. This one, because it's a sliding door, will not have 2 vents that open, just one on this side. Prevents damage to the back door.
And that's how you install windows in a Sprinter van. See you next time.